Hi, my name is EJ and I'm going to teach you how to make eggnog. So you're going to need a lot of ingredients for this. Well, not a ton. It's relatively easy to make. So you're going to need an egg, going to need powdered sugar, going to need a tumbler thing, going to need nutmeg, shaved ice. Ice shavers are expensive. The ones online I was seeing are like $140. This is $20, but it's a hand crank. So up to your choosing what you want to do there. You need a little spoon for mixing. You need measuring cups preferably, unless you're really good with eye measurements. Rum of your choice, cognac of your choice. I have Cruzan, aged dark rum, and Hennessy. And then you'll need milk. Any kind's fine. I just grab 2%. You'll also need a glass, and then that should be everything. You can also have a cinnamon stick if you're feeling fancy. So first, you want to start with getting a tablespoon of powdered sugar. Make sure you're not overly heaping or packing it down. That'll do. Put in your tumbler. And then you want another tablespoon of water. You're a little tricky with the method I'm doing, but you know, I'm lazy. Put that in. And then you want to stir that in with a mixing spoon until they've roughly combined. It shouldn't take too long, so bear with me. That'll do. Then you want to crack an egg in. Easy does it. Make sure you ain't got no shell in there. Looks good to me. And then you're going to want, dry for hands, you don't want egg residue in your hands. It says in the recipe in the Bartender's Guide, a wine glass. Wine glasses have really changed in size since the 1850s or so. So that's gonna be about a quarter cup of your cognac. Put that on there. I am using dry measurements just cause. Bear with my very shaky hands. My grandmother said I could never be a doctor. Very heartbreaking to hear when you're a child. But I have no aspirations of being a doctor anyway, so, you know. Then you get your rum, you want to do half as much of that. In recipes as well in the Baker's Guide, not Baker's Guide, Bartender's Guide, it's gonna say 1 do. That means ditto. It's gonna be D-O or D-O with a dot. And it'll have, it's gonna be the same unit of measurement as well underneath it. It was used to save space. So half as much of the rum. So eyeball that. That'll do. And then you want to do your last some of the wet, but last main, and that's your milk. It says do a 1/3 of tumbler full of milk in the Bartender's Guide. I find doing a half is a bit better from the previous recipe I did. So I'm just doing 6 ounces of milk. Put that in there. Almost there. Yeah, it looks good to me. Pour that in. And you're almost there. And then the last thing you want to add is you want to fill a quarter full of shaved ice, it says in there. I just kind of eyeball it, do how much I think is, good. So make sure you rinse off your spoon. I mean, it's all going the same thing, but still gross. A little bit more. Let's do the majority of this. Yeah, that'll do. This is a very messy process, as me cooking always is. Let's seal this nice and tight. Make sure you're not making the kitchen a big old mess. And then shake until you feel like it's good. Now, I'm gonna preface this. I'm very bad at shaking. This is gonna look stupid, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Cooking is fun. I'm not skilled at it. So, I'm thoroughly lectured on how bad my shaking skills are. So I hope this will be good enough for you, audience. I'm gonna do it until, from what I've heard, it is painful to the touch and cold-wise, which not quite there, or until you're confident with it. So I'm gonna do a little bit more. Starting to feel it in the touch. That'll do. Kind of got a nice, make a hamper on it. Put it on, take off the lid, pour it in. Got a nice foam on there. Perfect amount. Get your nutmeg. I'm very heavy pour, and this is very big holes. I'm gonna do it into my hand like my mom taught me. Take a pinch of it, and then dust it over. Get a nice even spread. Try not to make a massive mess like what I'm making now. And bam, there you go. You can add in cinnamon sticks if you want. These cups are a bit deep, so they'll just fall through. But yeah, hope you enjoy. That will be your eggnog.